Alrighty, folks. After unleashing all my anger that I had for a certain game, and Jerome was just laughing, and we gave our worst games, and got myself some chocolate cake and some chocolate milk to calm myself down. We're gonna get to the best NES games, and for this half of all mine, I'm gonna tell you right now, some of them are gonna be classic arcade games. Why? Because that's how I like to do it when it comes to me playing NES. I love the classic arcade stuff.
And my list is going to be better.
Yeah, his list is going to be better. But, yeah, his list is going to be better. But anyways, for my number 10, I'm going to begin with one of these games that... Yeah, he's flexing, and,
Sorry, Lucas. Sorry, John Flickster. I have you beat.
Yeah, Lucas, take notes. But anyways, number 10, one word. Galaga.
Okay, very good. Classic arcade game.
Classic arcade game. It's very funny if you use your imagination, make up your own names, especially for one of the guys I call one of them Pookie for some reason. Well, Rodney came up with that in his gameplay. It was funny, Pookie. But anyways, I mean, it's a classic space shooting game. You play as a space shooter, and you're just shooting all the items, and the control very easy, very easy. Like, really, really easy when it comes to the game controls. And plus, it's a stress relieving of a game, in my humble opinion.
Alicia Fox, Paige, Nikki Bella, and of course my girlfriend, Megan Kelly on Fox News. I'm easy.
Yeah, this cake is easy.
Oh, man, I would eat Megan Kelly like a cake. You ever see what she looks like, man? Oh, the blonde reporter from Fox News. Oh, my gosh, she's so hot. I would give her 10 kids if I was able to.
But anyways, yeah, classic Vince McMahon there. But anyways, yeah, it's just a basic, fun, and just awesome classic arcade game. It's just simply one of the best space shooting games I played. Jerome, up to you.
Oh man, Nikki Bella's tits. I would suck on those things like a lollipop. All right. All right. I do have these in order. Oh, let me tilt my camera up a little bit because I was setting up. All right. I do have these in order because this is very simple. Now, I did post the 10, but there is one game I replaced it with. So, here we go. Number 10, you probably recognize this theme song. You know what that is, right? The dog? It's Duck Hunt!
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckville.
No, that's DuckTales.
Oh, whatever.
This is Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt. I actually had DuckTales in my 10 best, but I replaced it with another game you'll see. Duck Hunt, the classic game that uses the Nintendo Zapper. They call it the light gun because when you pull the trigger, it shows you a quick image of a hit scan of a white box, which is the hit scan for targets that you're aiming at. And of course, Duck Hunt, you can, you have two different types of games. You try to hunt the ducks while the dog is, chasing them away, and you have the clay shooter. Very innovative game, very classic game. Sometimes the zapper doesn't work too well because of, certain faulties that can happen with it. But a classic, amazing game with the Nintendo Zapper. And I think in the arcade, I think you were able to shoot the dog. Correct me if I'm not mistaken. In the NES you can. And I love it when you miss a duck, he fucking starts laughing at you like, you dumb shit. So that's my number 10, Duck Hunt.
Oh.
You always fucking eating.
If you want proof of why I mean so much, go to Alexander's great video and be in the videos with me and Jerome. I basically have food with me every single video. I had
Are you fucking pregnant or something?
Hey man, I am my niece too, I mean, the little Tykey's gotta get food,
The fuck, where did Mike Tyson come from? I wonder if he'll be on our list.
Gee, I wonder.
Alright. Yeah, Mario Kart 64.
But anyways, I'm moving on to my number 9. Another one. This is just some you probably won't consider it the best, but this is for my sake, for me considering it the best, because this is something I absolutely love, non-video game wise and video game wise. One word: pinball. NES Pinball.
Yes.
NES Pinball. Here's my reason. This is just for me. This is just my opinion. I consider the best. The reason is, I'm sure, and I believe Jerome is too, everybody loves pinball.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those fantastic games you can just pop in a quarter and you get to have hours and hours of entertainment with your pocket filled and just play pinball.
It's what? It's a what game?
Phenomenal game.
It's a fantastic.
It's a fantastic of a game. It's and for my sake, since Jerome likes it when I say his word, it's an amazing game.
Oh, that's your word, yeah.
Amazing. It's an amazing game. It's just that it's just pinball. For my sake, it's just something about it, because I love pinball. And just playing with the, oh man, I keep forgetting the controls. Dial pad and, this is dial pad and, what's dial pad and A button?
I think that's what it is. I would make more sense.
This time, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken. It's just that game is so relaxing. Basic pinball, I mean, no music in the background, just simple sound effects of great pinball. That's it. And plus, appearance by Mario as well in the game here. The boop, 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 boop. It's the sound effect from the Mario Bros. I love it. Very, very classic game, and plus you can just go on with your own personal records, like in another game where you can have your own personal records. I wonder if that's gonna be on the list though. But yeah, anyways, yeah, NES Pinball, that's my number 9.
My number, Alexander Great, number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9, it is one of the great games from the Castlevania series, but which one? To me, it is the best, it's the most challenging, but it has the most variety, and that is
May I take a guess?
Castlevania 3.
Oh, I was going to say that one.
The Dracula's Curse. Castlevania 3 is a prequel to the original Castlevania. This time, instead of Simon Belmont, the main protagonist, you're taking control of Trevor Belmont, who is an ancestor of Simon. And this is where one of the very first Belmonts, which is Trevor, confronts and faces Dracula for the very first time. And it's similar core gameplay to the original, but there's a lot more variety. For example, you can take different paths, and each path leads to a different section. Replay value. Another one, you can play as other additional characters. Each has their own, specific positives and somewhat negatives to them. You have, I think Grant. He's like athletic and agile. He can hop up on walls and shit. You have the vampire. Her name is the Vampire Hunter. I forgot what her first name is. She's in blue. She can cast like spells and stuff that are really good. And my favorite, the best character, Alucard. Alucard is the son of Dracula. He can turn into a bat and fire like a spread projectile from his cape. So, and it is the most difficult of the 3 games. And that is a game I am going to be doing on Gary's channel one of these days.
This cake is nice and creamy.
Oh, too easy. That's too easy, man. You're feeding me information that I can just spill out right away. So that is my number 9. The best Castlevania game on the NES, and one of the best side-scrollers. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse.
Number 8. Wipe this chocolate off my face. And I got some
That's not chocolate. He told me he loved you. Oh, you better brush your teeth. Human centipede.
He did tell me he loved me.
Oh boy,
the stupid bastard. I don't know why everybody likes it when I say that word bastard.
Oh, it felt like a guy took a shit in my mouth, only this time it wasn't fun.
2 girls and 1 cup minus 2. Alright, but anyways, back to the list. My number 8. This game wasn't yet. Like I said, most of my games are classic arcade based. Made for the Atari 2600, NES. 2 words. Space Invaders.
Was that for the NES?
They did have them for the NES. I will give you a video to that as well. I made that a while ago.
Oh, I'll be damned. I didn't know there was one. I know the one from the 2600, but NES. Okay.
Space Invaders. What is there clearly explain except it's classic. I mean, you're playing as this little ship trying to shoot down these aliens who are trying to come out and get you before they pretty much get you. And it's just a classic alien shoot 'em. That's basically all you can say. It's just a wonderful game. Really wonderful, and it's classic.
Yep. I'm not familiar with the 2600 version, but I didn't know there was one for the...
There was.
It's so funny because the ones that you're naming off are like the ones that I would say for the 2600, not for the NES.
Yeah, but there is one for the NES. I'll give you a video later.
Okay.
But anyways, what is yours?
Number 8. Before there was Super Metroid, there was Metroid on the NES.
Ooh. And folks, Super Metroid, I will just let you know, I do want to do this later on down the road. Best Super Nintendo games. Top 10 best and worst Super Nintendo.
Yeah, someone we know, LC Muscles, take notes. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Care to explain about the Metroid?
Oh, yeah. The regular Metroid for the NES. You know, it has like the similar gameplay design, you know, that Super Metroid sort of adapted to and made it larger, grander, more expand, you know. It takes place on planet Zeb, like the Super Metroid one does. You have neat gadgets, and the most interesting thing was the twist ending to where when you realize Samus Aran is a woman. That was the release in the original Metroid, you know, because she comes out of her suit and you realize, oh my god, it's actually a woman you're playing. And who's a freaking badass. So you can have powerful female leads as the main role and be fucking awesome. I mean, look at Lara Croft in the latest Tomb Raider game. Another great example.
What was that? Oh crap, I forgot. There was this one movie where this woman played as a badass. Oh man, I gotta look it up later.
Perfect Dark?
No, not Perfect Dark.
You do play one in Perfect Dark, so.
Crap, it was oh man, we saw this movie a while ago. I gotta look it up later.
Emily Blunt and Edge of Tomorrow. That's a badass one, man. Okay, so but yeah, Metroid, man. Can't go wrong with Metroid on the NES. A classic adventure game. Led up to the greatest game ever made. So there you have it. And number 8, Metroid.
Not to get sidestepped, but to continue on Metroid. Super Metroid, the best for sure. One of the best ever. And if you want to know something,
it is the greatest game ever made.
It is. Watch the video that J Money did playing his whole walkthrough, and you'll see and just watch the whole thing.
I wish I did one thing differently. That's what cost me the time to go a little bit longer. But I did take my time in some areas. Like I said, I think I said that in the Jackal video. But go ahead. What's your number 7?
My number 7? Actually, we're not gonna talk arcade. We're gonna talk about something. In my opinion, where you get to play as this little blue guy, not the Smurfs, with this little badass blue guy in different areas. 2 words. Mega Man, bitch! Okay.
Mega Man. Well, which one, though?
I'm actually going to say the first one.
Okay.
I don't know if that was the right choice, but that was the...
You'll know what I'm going to say later on.
I don't know if that was the right choice, but the first Mega Man game, why am I saying the best? Well, the reason is, this is just my opinion. It was the first one I ever played. I just loved the concept of it, where you get to choose these different areas and you're just playing as a little guy going around, killing all these enemies and trying to beat the enemy itself in these different stages. I thought it was a wonderful concept. I thought the concept was pretty good and pretty fair, and the controls weren't actually that bad. They were pretty settled, and the shooting, I love the shooting. You go ahead.
Okay, my number 7. This is one of the most influential puzzle games of all time. Arguably, no, it is. And the name means 4 shapes, or 4 squares. Tetris.
Speaking of Tetris, people, right here. Got it right there.
Yep. Tetris, classic game on the NES. I know there was 2 versions. one was different from the other. But what was great about the original version, I think it had co-op, where you can play against each other.
I
don't know why the new one that was licensed by Nintendo did not have that for some reason.
You want to know one thing I really liked about Tetris was the music selection.
Oh yeah.
The music selection was really.
It's that rush. It's got because it's a Russian game, but everyone knows what Tetris is and why it's the most influential game in history. So that's my number 7, Tetris.
I love Tetris. I gotta do that game on camera. You should do that one of these days, playing Tetris.
I do have the Tetris game. I'm okay at it.
I like to see you do it. All right, number 6. One of the best shoot 'em games I play on the NES. Where it's pretty badass in co-op, but single player is not that bad.
I think it is?
Where I believe it's a game show and you're just going around shooting all these enemies in circles, diagonal, wherever, and trying to avoid getting killed. Smash TV.
Oh, it wasn't the one I was thinking of. But okay, Smash TV. Especially if you're able, what's best is if you have the quad, able to plug in 4 controllers. You can play 2 characters, and what's cool about that here, I'll just unwrap this. This is how you play it if you had the core. You have 2 controllers. One controller, you hold it like this, okay? And you use this to move your character up, down, left, right, diagonal. And the other hand, use this to shoot in that angle. Such a great gameplay aspect. And it's so much better, too, because it feels like an arcade, and you can play up to 2 co-op through that. So good, man. Really cool. I wish I had that. That's one game I wish I had.
Smash TV, I just love it. I love it. One of the best shoot 'em games. I haven't completed it, but you've all seen me play a couple times on my channel. I just absolutely love Smash TV. Fun game. Really lots of fun. And plus playing it with somebody, that would have just been awesome. Just playing it with somebody. Alright, anyways, down to the final 5.
Final 5?
Oh, fine. Excuse me, you got your number 6.
Alright, my number 6, this is the Mega Man game you should have on here.
Yeah, I'm probably going to regret myself.
And it is so influential that damn near every single Mega Man game have used this gameplay formula is because of this game. And that, of course, is Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because it has the best music. It has one of the greatest upgrade weapons ever, the metal suit. When you beat the metal guy, you can throw these saw blades in 8 different directions, and it's so powerful, and it doesn't use that much of your energy. I mean, you have so many different gadgets, It is the true Mega Man game for any Mega Man fan. It has the best, like I said, best boss battles, the best music, and the best weapons throughout the whole course. And so that is why it is my number 6, Mega Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
The true Mega Man game.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, now down to the final 5. Okay, this one may be a bit of a bang. We're going to start with the classic, and I mean true classic. Big Ass Monkey.
What?
Big
Ass Monkey?
Here's what I'm getting to.
I've never even heard of
a Big Ass Monkey.
Oh, I thought you said that was the name of the game.
No.
Wait, what?
Big Ass Monkey, Mario, jumping over barrels, going through obstacles to get to Princess Peach.
Man, I would eat her peach. Man, if I was Mario, I'd be doing some indoor plumbing, if you know what I mean.
Donkey Kong. A wonderful, amazing, classic NES arcade game. You just go off in a little adventure, going through obstacles, jumping over barrels, gaining points as well, trying to rescue Princess.
Have you ever played the arcade game? Because it's very difficult. The average average game of Donkey Kong at the arcades is like a minute. That's it.
I'm going to be honest about the arcade. I've only managed to get through the first stage just a few times. Second stage I couldn't get it.
What's my record? I have scored over 100,000 points before.
In Donkey Kong.
Yes, in the arcade version, I have.
Folks, you know I believe him because, like I said, I'm friends with the guy who's beaten almost any hard-ass game you can think of.
So the world record is, well, they made a documentary about that. It's my favorite documentary of all time. The King of Kong at Fistful of Quarters. And the world record's like over 1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they made it to the kill screen, which is what the kill screen is that there's only so many screens that the game just immediately game over because there's no more screens left in the memory chip.
Pretty much.
So yeah. Yeah, Donkey Kong, okay.
Donkey Kong, I love it. Alright, what is your number?
Alright, number 5, you can go with either or.
Either or, okay.
These two games redefined, it was an evolution in the co-op.
Okay.
And I'll give you a clue. Up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, select, start. I think that's how it goes.
I believe Angry Video Gamer did a gameplay of it.
That is Contra or Super C. Contra or Super C. This game, you know, it was heavily influenced by James Cameron's Aliens and Ridley Scott's Alien, because you're battling aliens and other, you know, type of monsters and so forth. You know, you had the classic. What are you laughing at?
Your pronunciation of saying alien.
Alien. What? That's not how you say it?
No, it's just the way you pronounce it, that's all. Just like Mr. Fusion.
Asshole face.
I'm sorry, it's just your pronunciation for aliens is hilarious to me.
The fucking aliens, okay? I mean, you got class weapons, you got the machine gun, you got the spread, you know, the spread gun in the original Contra games is a must. Super C is the sequel to Contra, and I think it's even better. Ikari Warriors, take notes, because the levels when you're doing like sort of a helicopter viewpoint and you're moving up, Super C did it perfectly. So there you have it, man. An awesome shooter, a very difficult game too, by the way. Mm-hmm. And also, if you put in the code for Super C, it doesn't give you 30 lives, it gives you 10. Okay. So yeah, Contra or Super C. I prefer Super C because a couple of flaws I have, like the bullets are hard to see in the regular Contra. They're actually more highlighted, and you can tell which ones they are. So much. I love Super C. Love Super C. So that is my number 5.
And plus one thing about Super C is no dick guns. That's
yeah, no dick guns, except they're aliens in the fucking thing. Yeah, go ahead, Alexander Gray. You can write that word down too. Now, aliens. Aliens and Red Rooster and Mantar and Bob Bitchum.
Mr. Fusion.
And Mr. Fusion.
Bob Bitchum, okay. My number 4.
And you got massive dick hole here laughing at me.
Why do you think I wasn't called a four-eyed fucker for no reason? But anyways, my number 4, again, arcade. I pop quarter. This is one of my favorite arcade games of all time. Like, this was my number 1 before I got more into the NES games. I played this game all the time.
I know what it is.
At the arcade. I pop quarters in there all the time. Just
Does it start with a C?
It begins with an M.
Oh, it's that one. Okay.
That one.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's one of my favorite games. I would just sit on, like, play this on camera for hours because I just love this game. Millipede.
Millipede. It's based off of Centipede, right?
I believe so. Millipede, man. I love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, you're just playing this little ship, shooting all the enemies. It's very, very easy.
Yeah, Millipede and Centipede. I bet you the people in Europe and Australia and all those people love it because they use the metric system with centimeter, millimeter.
I really love it. I mean, plus, I just absolutely love the game. I play it all the time.
It's based off the Centipede arcade game. My relative I know has the Centipede arcade. The original.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
I believe you. I believe you. It's just, the game itself is basic, it's simple, and it's fun. Simply put about Millipede. If you haven't played it, play it, and pretty much leave a comment on this video and let me know how you enjoyed Millipede. Amazing game. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Alright, well anyways, I got some shit on my... Oh, I got chocolate on my leg. But anyways, what is your number?
That's not chocolate. Are you playing Vapor? Vanish? Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4 is 3, 2, 1. You'll probably see, well, number 6 and up, you'll probably see this on everyone's top 10 list. And rightfully so. If you don't have this in your top 5, then I don't understand it. Lucas, you should have had this in your fucking bracket. That's all I'm going to say. The Legend of Zelda. Not the sequel. Fuck the sequel. I hated the sequel. No, the original one for the NES. Classic game. Classic action-adventure game. You know, going against Ganon, you have amazing, you got the secrets, you got the, the sword to beat Ganon, all the other types of great functions that has with it. It was ahead of its time. Just a wonderful game.
Alright, and believe it or not,
that's all I gotta say. I mean, Legend of Zelda, it's a must. It should be in everyone's top 5. That's all I gotta say.
well, you want to know something a little hilarious about that one? That's actually my next. That's actually my number 3. Legend of Zelda is one of those games for basically all of us nerds. And folks, I'm going to talk about nerds for a second, but the difference between me, the only similarity is me and Jerome are both nerds, but the thing is, he doesn't look like it. I do.
No.
Just move it.
I look like a bouncer.
I can see you as your occupation. You just take Billy out and you just throw him out of the bar.
Throw him out of the bar and just kick him in the ribs.
Yeah, kick him in the ribs and beat the shit out of Billy. But anyways, yeah, Legend of Zelda. It's a fantastic game for pretty much gaming nerds. One of the most iconic characters of all time, and another iconic, one of the most iconic characters of all time, Link. Princess Zelda, man, she is, for a video game character, she is.
Princess Zelda and Princess Peach, man, let me tell you something. I would throw a fucking dagger through that Peach any day.
But anyways, yeah, it's just an iconic and one of the best, and plus something different in the NES category that is just terrific.
And fuck the sequel.
Yes, fuck the
sequel. I don't like that sequel. It's so bad.
Sadly, I got the sequel. Why? Because I have the full cartridge. But anyways, going on to number 2. I think I know what both are number 2 is.
Wait, you must have skipped one.
Number 3! You're number 3.
Okay. Okay. Number 3 now, if we were doing our favorites, okay, there's a difference between, okay, I'm doing what I consider the best games on the NES. If we were doing our favorites, this would be my number 1.
I think I know what it is.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm Mike Tyson, man. Back in Goy Day. I'm knocking people left and right now. I'm knocking King Hippo, Super Max Man, Mr. Damn Man, Don Flamingo, the other family looking motherfucker, man. And Little Mac. Little Mac, he's a little sick. Little Mac. You
want to know something? Mike Tyson's budget is my number 2. So, might as well talk.
It's my number 3.
Might as well talk about it.
Tyson's Punch-Out. And yet, on Lucas's game bracket, Mario Kart 64 beats Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
It's just that, why?
It's a
casual.
I went berserk. This is why. It's because Mario Kart 64 is made, it appeals to a wider audience. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it is a game that's simple to learn, but it's fucking difficult to master. And especially, it's a hardcore game. It's for the hardcore gamer, which is the audience appeal isn't as big as the audience made for fucking Mario Kart 64. That is why. That is the reason why. I mean, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, this was the original Shadow of the Colossus, where you're going up against, it's like basically you're going up against boss battle after boss battle. You gotta figure out their techniques, their movesets, their strengths, their weaknesses, their patterns, their all of it. And that's what made it so interesting. And it's not a boxing simulation game. It's more of an arcade type feeling. If it was a boxing simulation game, it would be shit. It would be a horrible game. And instead, it has the perfect controls. it's a game that's still married to this day because there's a couple secrets that was discovered about bull fights. One of them is when he does the bull charge, if you look on the right-hand side on the first fight, you'll see a camera. And when you see the camera flash, that's when you press the hook, and it'll time it perfectly, and you'll knock him down. Same thing with the Ball Pool 2 fight, where when he's about to go down, there's a head. There's a head that looks like Macho Man Randy Savage. If he goes like right where he goes like this, goes like that, ducks his head, that's where you press the button. That was just discovered like not too long ago.
And plus, a thing is,
28 years old and it's still merit.
And plus, one thing about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, it's one of the rare, I believe it's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's one of them rare games you can find. It's like one of them rare ones, especially with the Mike Tyson in it.
Yes, and folks, hold on. I still have it in here, hold on. Yes, get this one. Get this one, okay? Don't get the Mr. Dream one.
Yes.
Fuck Mr. Dream. Okay, fuck him. We want to beat and go up against Iron fucking Mike Tyson, Kid Dynamite back in those glory days, man, because before before he had the bad boy image, this guy was the baddest, toughest son of a bitch walking on the planet, dude. The youngest heavyweight champion in history, and he was kicking the shit out of people like no one else's business.
And folks, another thing about Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, I'm going to put out there, it teaches you a couple things. It teaches you about, I believe, hand-eye coordinations.
Oh, hell yeah.
It teaches you how to time things perfectly, not just for that, but how to do perfect timing for any game. Like, teaches you perfect timing.
I can tell you why so many people voted for Mario Kart 64, because I bet you those sons of bitches have never beaten Mike Tyson before.
Uh-huh.
I can. I did it on camera.
And folks, if you want proof that he's done it, watch the video. There's your proof.
Watch me kicking ass, taking names, and showing great times. On minute 9 on Super Macho Man.
And dare I say, Retromancers.
Oh, Retromancers, please, for the love of God, do Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
This guy's been begging. This guy's begging right now.
Begging for you guys to do it. That's gonna be. I mean, I remember Game Grumps did a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and that episode was fucking gold, man. I know Retromancers, they could do something just as good, if not, I mean, just about as good in terms of like hilarity, comedic material, and visual. So, Retromancers, man, please do Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, man. So that is my number 3, third best game, my personal favorite game on the NES.
And folks, so you know, we already covered my number 2, so we'll go to him for his number 2.
My number 2. If it wasn't for this game, an argument can be made that this could be number 1. If it wasn't for this game, the video game industry, the gaming market, hell, games today would be dead.
And this is my number 1.
And, folks, you know this game is so popular and so influential where you can play a sound effect from anything in the game, and anybody in the world will recognize it. Rather if you're hitting a coin box, or you grab the mushroom, or you're going down a pipe, or you're collecting coins, or jumping on an enemy, anybody will understand that significant sound cue. And of course, it has the most recognizable musical scores of all time, and that is Super Mario Brothers.
That's my number 1. So basically, we're just covering Super Mario Bros. Like you said, if it wasn't for that game, it pretty much saved the video game crash that happened.
The video game crash in 1983, and the video game was dead.
And plus, we all know. Oh, by the way, I just want to get back to the Mike Tyson Punch-Out. Mike Tyson is one of those iconic characters, one of the hardest bosses, and yet one of the best iconic characters in any game.
And the reason why, a lot of people, why is he so fucking hard to beat? Because that's how Mike Tyson fought back in those days. He knocked you the fuck out within like 1 hit.
Boy, man, I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Let me tell you something. King Hippo, the Flamingo, Piston Honda with his eyebrows. I got the eyebrow. I do the wing punches. I do those wing punches, man.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, man. If you come over here, man, I'm gonna knock you down and chew you up like a
I'm gonna knock you into orbit all the way up to the rings of Saturn, then I'm gonna beat you down into the wet spot of Jupiter.
I'm sure you hear like Cheetos biscuits, man, like Cheetos crackers. I'm gonna knock the jelly on your ass. But anyways,
I'm gonna be something now, man. I'm gonna nibble on the ear and chew on it and taste it like a juicy fruit roll-up.
anyways, back to Mario.
I love Mike Tyson. That guy's
Mike
awesome.
Tyson's. He's one of the greatest. Every time WrestleMania 14 or anything, boom, Mike Tyson, man.
Iron Mike Tyson, man.
Love him. We knocked out Bam. We knocked out Michaels. That was awesome. But anyways, back to Mario. If it wasn't for Mario, like I said, the video game crash.
The most iconic video game character of all time.
Pretty much any game you can think of, he's pretty much the icon of Nintendo. I mean, look at all the games that were released Mario.
And here's the thing, think about this. If you look at it on paper, you're probably thinking, are you on crack? Think about it. A fat Italian plumber must save a princess from a mushroom kingdom from like a half turtle, half dragon named Bowser, King Koopa. Hey, come on now, you know? You're like, what? It ends up being iconic, you know? It's all about execution.
It's all about execution. It's just an iconic game. One of pretty much the best you can say, for sure. But for the best Mario-wise, I think this is J Money's number one.
My number one, IGN, also named this the greatest video game on the Nintendo Entertainment System in their top 100. This game was the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas of its time, where it took the original, which was for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas GTA 3, and it expanded it, pumped it full of steroids, insert joke here, I already know, pumped it full of steroids, and made it so much better in every fucking way. This is the best Mario game ever made, and that, of course, is Super Mario Bros. 3. This game has tons of cool suits. You can do the Tanuki suit, the Hammer Brothers suit, the Frog suit, Raccoon suit. I mean, there's so many different suits. There's 8 worlds you can explore. Each world has their own theme. There's tons of boss battles. I mean, like I said, it takes the original concept of the original game and it expands on it in the fullest. There's no question this is the number one best game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. My number one, Super Mario Bros. 3. The greatest Mario Bros. Game ever made.
So folks, there you go. That's gonna have to put the icing on the chocolate cake for this top 10 best of NES games. And
man, Chuck, man, I would eat cake off of Nikki Bella's cleavage.
Anyways,
Paige, I bet her ass cheeks taste like white frost.
But anyways, that's gonna have to put the icing on the cake for this. So, anything else you want to say?
Absolutely. Thanks very much for allowing me and also you personally to do our top 10 best and worst NES games of all time. Until the next video, stay tuned, and once again, motherfuck Action 52. And fuck boy, get ahead.
That's all I gotta say, and ciao for now.